not much really happened this week, except for holy crap, we got our first look at Batman.
We also have stuff about Xbox One to talk about.
And it is TV time in Toon Central because we got a lot of new TV show trailers.
Today is Friday, May 16th, 2014. Welcome to Pretty Much It. My name is Eric.
Hi, it's me, M-Paps.
This is Jake. I always say my name because it's my real name.
Hey, you know what, real quick?
Why don't you come up with the new name?
I got an idea, real quick. I'm at Eric Striffler on Twitter.
I'm at Jake Baldino on Twitter.
I'm at MW10T on Twitter.
If you don't know how to spell my last name, it's Baldino.
We're all friends. Now, I got to tell you guys, I was just thinking about it, and I really love you guys.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? You know what I love more?
The back door.
Movie news.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about
All
it.
right.
I was
Sorry.
I was thinking about this. Do you think I could get Brendan Fraser on Skype?
Batman and Superman.
Like,
we
at
got
least
some
we could talk.
big
Go ahead.
news this
Like
week.
if you tricked him, say, hey, Brendan Fraser, we're a big movie company.
No, like he's not busy. Brendan Fraser isn't busy.
He's
That's
not
what I'm
busy.
saying.
Why don't you
That's
write
what
to him
I'm
on Twitter?
Tell him you're a big movie company, and like you said, we got a new starring role for you. And he pops up and goes, and
No,
then
he doesn't have a Twitter.
Why don't you
though.
write
That's
to him
the
on
problem.
Twitter?
He
What?
doesn't have a Twitter.
Why don't you write to him on Facebook?
He doesn't have a Facebook either.
So he doesn't exist?
No, he doesn't exist.
You might have made him up in your mind.
No, he's real.
Batman and Superman. We got our first look
Got a first bat.
at... Now, last week we got a little
Batsman.
tease. I don't know. Not last
The-
week. This
the-
week,
the
but a couple
back
days
of-
ago.
Back of the Batmobile.
Back of the bat.
The ass end of the Batmobile. The assmobile. And...
More of a dickmobile.
excuse you.
It's very phallic.
Excuse you.
Sorry.
you.
But so we got that first. It was what an exciting tease. Can I just say,
Yeah.
great tease. Saying we're gonna pull the tarp off. That was super cool because everyone knows it's the Batmobile. And then the next day, I was very excited because they said tomorrow.
I was like,
oh,
I'm going to
boy.
see the Batmobile.
So
Oh,
the next
boy.
day, I kind of forgot because I looked in the morning, nothing there, and I kind of forgot during the day. And then of course, I went on Twitter and I was like, oh crap, there it is. Zack Snyder tweeted an image of let me just say a black and white image. So any color versions you've seen are just fan edits, which we'll talk about in a moment. It's a black and white image of Ben Affleck in the Batman costume with the Batmobile behind him. And the Batmobile, it's a pretty good look. It's not a full look, but if you look at the back of it from the first tease and then you look at this one, you can kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah, there's also like some behind-the-scenes images they posted as well.
Of the Batmobile?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
there was
can
like some
kinda see
old
it.
stuff that leaked a while ago that nobody
Yeah.
believed. It looks, okay, so let's talk about the Batmobile first.
Okay, well, you know what? I've been waiting so long for like a Batmobile to return to the movies. It's like with the Tumbler, it's just like a tank, you know?
Yeah.
Like, with this Batmobile,
It worked for that universe.
Yeah, with this
I
Batmobile,
liked it.
it rolls up and you go, okay, Batman's in that car.
Yeah.
When the Tumbler rolls up, you're like, is a guy gonna come out of
Obama?
this thing and shoot
Like
me
with
in
a
the
gun?
head? It's like
Probably.
but this looks like a car that Batman would drive.
I think it looks super cool.
I like it though, but it still does. I have a little bit of the toughness that the Tumbler has.
Yeah, it looks
you
rough.
know?
It looks
Yeah.
rough and tough. It doesn't look
a rough, tough Tumbler.
It doesn't look cartoony like the old ones,
Yeah.
the previous models
Yeah.
of it, I guess. But I think this is perfect. I think it looks
that
great.
that's the thing that I felt.
It looks like
was,
the Batman symbol almost,
yeah,
like put together into a car.
The thing I thought was lacking from the
Into a
Nolan
vehicle.
movies was
Yeah.
that the Batman like kind of didn't have like the character of Batman. You know, it was a guy.
He's
who
a
Are we gonna get into
different
this right
take
now?
on
Are we
Batman.
gonna do this?
there
right
was
now?
there was a man who dressed up like a bat and fought
Right.
crime.
Okay.
But nothing felt dun, 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 Batman.
Sure.
Like, that never happened to me in
Fair
the Nolan
enough.
movies. There was like the Dark Knight. Like that was more of like just the Joker.
No, you
movie,
liked
know?
them, though.
I liked them.
You're just saying it didn't feel
It
like
didn't
the
feel Batman.
the Batman that you
Yeah.
know. Okay.
Coming out guns blazing today, huh? Jesus Christ.
Jeepers
Hey,
Creepers.
hey,
Where'd you get
wow.
those peepers? Jeepers
Wow.
Creepers 2 was on the TV the other day. I like that movie, man. It's a guilty pleasure. I wish
So-
Jeepers
so the
Creepers 3 would
picture-
come
so
out,
the
but the
picture-
guy's a
the-
rapist.
so the
Sorry.
Picture, the picture of Batman, which I did not expect.
Yes, let's talk Batman. Well, wait a minute. Did you say the Batmobile? Do you like it?
It's fine. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, fine.
Whatever. Batman.
To be quite honest
it's
with
a
you,
car with a bat.
yeah. Overall, the whole thing, I think it looks great, but overall, the whole thing is like, yeah, it looks like the Batmobile. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm not losing my mind. But now let's talk about
Batman.
Batman. Well, I'll tell you what. My first initial reaction was, looks like Batman.
Yeah.
It was
It's
like
definitely
It would be
Batman,
like
yeah.
it would be really hard to fuck this up.
Yeah, it's
just Batman. Just make Batman.
Yeah.
So yeah, at first I was like, okay, it's Batman. It's not bad. It's fine. It's not bad. It's Bat.
Yeah.
And so
Bat-
then I
Man.
thought about it and I was like, okay, so now separating the fact that good, they didn't fuck it up, good for them.
Yeah.
Which again I think would be difficult, so it's not that crazy. I do think, I mean, it's Dark Knight Returns style,
Yeah.
which we knew. So it's kind of like,
We kind of saw it
well,
coming.
yeah, I mean, it's not a huge shock.
I
but
mean,
it
like
looks,
we've been talking about how he's gonna have the buddy ears
Yep.
and for a long
and
time.
you know,
yeah.
you can kind of see Ben Affleck's chin a little bit in it.
Yeah.
It's dark.
I think,
but I always thought that he would be a good Batman, so I'm
Yeah.
not like, oh God, now I'm turned. I'm like, he looks exactly like I hoped and expected.
But still, it looks like to me like the same thing I was saying about the Batmobile. It kind of feels like we've only seen this little picture of it. I think it's like the best Batman.
It's a
suit ever.
regression from that dark and gritty world.
You know,
it's
much
still
like
dark.
Batman.
It's still dark, but it's got a
I
little
like
bit
how you
less.
can see his pecs and his muscles. It looks very like organic and not like you got to put the pec armor
It's
in
just
the
a
Right,
fabric.
right.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
armor.
Which, by the way, do you guys see
What?
that set photo?
Oh, he's
Most of that is
huge.
real.
No.
Ben Affleck is beefed up.
Ooh.
He is
And I-
Getting
huge.
them
This Batman
bat
just-
beef
I'm about to
drugs.
give him kisses.
Batman looks huge. He looks like a Batman that would like curb stomp.
Looks
someone.
like Dark Knight
Like,
Returns
he
a
looks
little
maybe
bit. Not
maybe he
quite
will.
Dark Knight
Maybe
Returns.
he
tough.
will curb stomp someone.
Maybe.
Who knows? That's where he crosses the line.
Oh man,
Curb stomps the Joker.
Other
Yeah.
than that, though, everything is there. He's got the utility belt, which looks cool. He does have the blades on his gauntlets.
Yep.
It looks good.
He
I think it
he's
looks
got like a
cool.
real utility belt. It's not like a high tech.
Right. So, well, let's
utility
talk
belt.
about. By the way, did you see the colorized version that somebody made where it was
Yeah.
blue?
There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I like the one where it's kind of blue. It's almost bluish purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's gray. The body is gray. The logo and the cowl and the cape and
Yeah.
stuff are bluish purplish. I think that looks good. I'll be honest. I have a feeling they're not going to go with much color. I think it's going to be just dark gray and light
yeah,
gray.
if
I
you're
think
going
if
through
they
the-
do though, it'll be muted, like how Superman.
I was about to say the
Absolutely.
same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like, take Superman, take the saturation, and
tone
go
it down.
boom.
That I'm fine
yeah.
with. Honestly, I think Superman should be brighter, and I think Batman
Yeah.
is actually desaturated is
I
fine
tell
by
you
me.
what, though, someone tweeted me a side by side of Superman and Batman, like up close.
Like the exact same
material-
image of them looking
yeah,
down.
the material and just like the whole style ideal is similar. It's cool. Like it's good that they both look like they would fit in.
So Batman has an alien costume. Okay.
Oh yeah, that doesn't.
That doesn't
hey,
make
wait
any
a
sense.
second. Hey, wait a second.
Wait a minute. Jake's
Well,
whole
it's
world just got flipped
aliens
upside down.
and then like money. So I mean, like,
Aliens equals money.
Batman's always trying to decide. Got those aliens, got those monies. Whoa.
Whoa! I
Now-
make it rain alien money.
No, one thing I'm concerned about,
Uh-oh.
you can't really totally tell.
Yeah, this is a very simple tease
Yeah.
image.
Yeah,
so.
but it does look a little bit like he's going back to like the static head that can't turn that much.
I disagree.
I heard people think that, but I don't know. I can't possibly
Although
say.
it does kind of look tapered around the back of his neck, so you don't know. Like, you
Yeah,
can't
I
tell.
couldn't possibly say until we see it in action.
Yeah,
I didn't get enough from that
I
image.
think it's like impossible in this day and age to like
have
screw up
something
like that again.
Like
It's
where
like
he has to turn,
yeah, turn his
all the
whole
way
body
around.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, that's like last week when my neck was killing me. I had to like turn my whole freaking body. I guess I could have been Batman.
But overall, I am
Mr. Chins.
very, very happy with this. I'm
Yeah.
really excited.
It seems like everyone is,
yeah,
and it kind
Even
of
the
feels like a
people who,
told you so about Ben Affleck though, because
yeah,
I don't know what people were thinking. He looks great.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
looks like Batman. It's a
Yeah.
simple you can't see a ton, but he looks.
Still overall a little bit skeptical about parts of the movie. But
Oh, very skeptical
yeah,
about the
yeah.
movie.
But I like
yeah.
to be excited about things like this, and I'm excited.
You know what I'm not skeptical about? Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg. There's been so many. I'm just saying in general. There's nothing to add. But there have been so many like reports this week of like Jesse Eisenberg talks Lex Luthor, and it's literally somebody like at the end of an interview about his new movie. They're like, "Hey, by the way, you're in the movie, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
The most I've heard him say is that like
It's gonna be different.
He's like, I'm not gonna do it like anything else because
Yeah.
I don't know who
Good.
he is.
Yeah, well, he's better off not knowing. Yeah,
Who's Superman? Who's Batman?
Right?
whatever.
Who am I playing?
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. Cool.
Where's my robot suit?
But let's move on to
Yeah, this
some
is
Marvel
something,
news.
Something I'm very excited about.
Daredevil. Okay, so
sexy.
we know that Daredevil is going to be a Netflix series. 13 episodes, I guess. Right?
Yes.
And 13 episodes. That's a short order. Compared to like Arrow is 26 episodes, for example. And I'm sure
yeah.
The Flash will be 26
How
episodes.
long was House of Cards? I think House
That's
of Cards.
12
That
or
was
13
12.
or something.
It's usually the
Breaking
ones
Bad
with,
was
like,
12 or 13. All
yeah,
the best shows.
all the good
are
shows are
Game of
going with
Thrones
12, yeah.
10.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So let's do the math here. But this is great. I like the fact that it's a shorter show. It means I can it's not daunting.
I love it. I stumbled upon this phenomenon back in like my first
Which?
year of I'll tell you.
Oh.
Listen around, boys.
Uh-oh.
The phenomenon
Around.
of just completely marathoning a TV show. This is what I did with Lost.
Oh,
Viewing
God.
it as a mega movie.
Well,
is
it's
really,
funny you say that, pal.
I know, it's really cool. It's like sometimes like when I think about Lost, it's like, wow, if I had to
Except
wait.
for when you have things
Yeah.
to do.
Well, yeah.
But most of no.
But
Like,
you're talking
yeah.
that's the Netflix model. Is
so
the binge
exactly.
you're
watch.
saying that when it's better as a whole.
Yes.
Yeah, I think,
I
a
think
lot of
TV
things
shows are better
House
as a
of
whole.
Cards definitely Lost.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
it's
sure
I think it's
Lost
up to
would be.
preference really.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Mm.
This will be, of course, it's on Netflix. It'll be released all at once. And so they said it really changes how you can write the show, which is so interesting. The fact
good.
that they said this.
Yeah.
They said, first of all, they're thinking of it as a 13-hour movie.
Yeah.
Like you just said.
Excellent.
So it's going to be like one long thing that they kind of expect you to watch. all in all. So
Yeah,
that's
It's
awesome.
like they don't have to have like the pitfalls of like plot holes that never go anywhere.
Right.
Like, there are TV shows that set stuff up, and then they realize like, this isn't going anywhere. We
Right.
gotta kill this guy off.
Well, so that being said, they said that when you're writing TV, there might be like something that you set up in like let's say episode 2 that if you wait until episode 5 to reveal it, it's
People
been so
lose
long
interest,
that people
there's
don't
not
care, they
an
forget.
impact, yeah.
But in this
Yeah.
case, they can do that because it's only 3 hours later. It's not 3 weeks later. You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna watch it all in order,
Oh,
then they can
man.
save something for a little while.
That's good.
Now,
That's super cool.
Was there-
I'm very excited about it.
was there any confirmation about the rumor of Michael C. Hall true?
Never even
No.
heard it.
Really?
I heard the rumor, but I didn't hear anything
He was supposed
more
to be
to
the
it.
Double D.
I never even heard
Double
that.
D, the blind man.
But I'm glad that you brought that up because there is someone who is apparently reading a script right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not right now as we speak, but apparently an actor in Hollywood has been handed a script from Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to potentially play a Marvel character, and people are thinking perhaps it could be Daredevil, and that actor is Zac Efron.
And I say, wait, I don't want to go first.
I say big ups to
Big
that.
ups. I'm a huge fan of Daredevil, so like I take
I got a
it,
fist
and like
bump
people
from
are gonna
Jake.
be mad at me, but I mean he's a little young, but I'm into it.
Daredevil was like twice his age, right?
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, Zac Efron's like a man.
He's
He
a
just
man.
looks-
He just
We're just thinking
young.
of High School Musical
Yeah,
too.
he
a lot.
just-
It
he
just-
just-
you attribute him with being a boy.
What about the other Netflix show? What, Iron Fist? Could he be Iron
I mean, he
Fist?
could be anything.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
he
but
would
I'm just
be pretty-
saying.
yeah.
When someone suggested he could be Daredevil, I was like, that would be pretty cool. He is a good actor, Zac Efron. I wish that he would get better scripts. I was
I don't
actually
think
reading the other day somebody saying like he has the worst
Did
agent.
you see the one with Nicole Kidman? He was good in that.
Oh, the
What is it called?
Paperboy.
Paperboy. Yeah, that was
I didn't
good.
see it, but my God, I
he
wanted
was
to.
good.
Did
He
you
was
see
really
Neighbors?
Good. I didn't see Neighbors yet. No.
Yeah,
saw
Neighbors
Neighbors,
is
right?
okay.
He had such intensity. I was like, holy crap! I freaking loved him in that.
Good.
Good.
But
good.
I don't know. I think that could be cool. So I'm just putting it out there.
I
It's,
have high
it's
hopes for
not
this show.
confirmed.
And the
The
fact
Zac
that
Efron thing. So don't get
They're
excited.
shooting it in
Yeah,
New
they
York
got the
and
right.
everything.
They
Oh
got
my
the
God.
right idea going
Yes.
already.
Chips are in
Yeah.
place.
And we will have to crash that set for sure.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Thank God they're shooting in New York. Like
Pumped
I
about
love
that.
authenticity like that.
But speaking of pretty boy actors, or at least
get the
actors that
heroes out
have
of
the
the
pretty
way.
boy persona,
Yep.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum has been talking about for a while how badly he wants to play Gambit in X-Men, and now he's playing Gambit.
That's pretty.
I just love this.
how you make
This
moves.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just say like, "Yeah, I want to play that character," and then boom. I'm pretty sure that's
Gotta
what happened with
lobby
Vin
for it.
Diesel.
Yeah.
Didn't Vin Diesel kind of just say like, "Yo, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be in
Groot.
a Marvel
It's
movie"?
like, I
and
don't
they-
care
and they-
what you say. I'm Groot.
Anthony
I
Mackie
think
too.
that happened
Yeah.
after the fact. Yeah, Anthony Mackie as well as Falcon.
Falcon. Yeah.
I think it's hysterical. I think it's great. You know me. I like Channing Tatum. This doesn't. I also don't
No,
give a. I'm not a Gambit fanboy, so
it's
I don't
like-
really care. But I think he's fine. I don't think it's.
You go first.
I think the idea of a Gambit movie is really stupid.
Were they making a
Yeah.
movie? Is that what
Yeah,
they're talking
that's
about?
what
Okay,
they're
so I
doing.
didn't know
No,
that.
wait, really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
I think
heard,
that's
not
the
enough.
that's why they're bringing Channing Tatum in, because they're gonna have his own movie. Because I think what they're doing is that they're trying to make every single like superhero universe a connected universe.
Right.
So they're gonna give him his own movie, and then he's gonna show up in the other X-Men movies.
Interesting.
I don't
Damn
know.
So I don't know about that, but
See-
just as
Yeah.
Channing Tatum playing him though.
I think
Better
it's-
than the guy who was in X-Men Origins,
Kitsch, yeah.
Johnny Deppman.
You know what's
Um,
funny? I actually didn't think I thought that he didn't look bad in X-Men Origins. It was just that he was used bad. I
No,
thought
he was
looked fine.
not Gambit at
he
all.
was just like not memorable as
No,
anything.
he was
No,
not
but I
Gambit.
thought.
I remember
thought,
he
like,
did a he
if
did
you
a
looked at like a photo of the guy in costume, I thought it looked like Gambit. I don't know.
It didn't. You're wrong.
Well, okay, well,
I do.
maybe
think,
I'm remembering very wrong.
I
but-
do think Channing Tatum can totally pull it off, but like what you were saying, he's not.
he's not a
Ga-
titular character.
Gambit isn't a leading man. Gambit can't
Like, the
carry-
character is not a leading
and especially
character.
since it's Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum isn't like a side guy. He's a heavy hitter now.
Yeah.
So like especially if like they
Yeah,
make
be
another
distracting.
they make another X-Men movie and they focus on him a lot because he's expensive.
Yeah.
It just makes things explode.
And he's also distracting, I think,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because
But-
he is a big guy. He's a big actor now, so
But
it's kind of like
I can see him done up with like the silly hair and like the cool
Cajun
accent.
accent, yeah.
I could totally see that. That could be fun.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a negative thing. How about we put
No,
it that way?
yeah,
It's
not
not.
negative.
We're not.
No,
I'm not mad about it. I
A
don't
Gambit
care.
movie would be a negative.
That would
thing,
be
though.
just weird. You're
Jesus
right. I didn't even
Christ.
know they were doing that.
I think they were doing that, and they want to do a Mystique movie too.
That's the
Oh,
newest thing I've seen. Yeah,
God,
Mystique
that's
movie.
not worth it.
Nope.
Well, because apparently she's been stealing the show with the new X-Men Days of Future Past. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
And that's fine. You can steal the show. You don't need your own fucking movie though.
Whoa! Chill out.
Hey, drop
Can
the
I say
bombshell.
the Can I say the F word? I'm sorry. I
You can
didn't-
say any fucking word you want.
All right, easy.
Star Trek. Star Trek 3. Remember we were talking about Roberto.
Orsi.
Nice, both of you tried something. Why don't we call him Orca?
Orsi.
Roberto Orca.
Blackfish Orca.
Remember, we were thinking he might direct it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's directing it.
Yeah, and boy, he did not.
Yeah,
he did not come out in a good way.
Well, people weren't happy.
He went on I think he did a Reddit or something.
After this was announced?
He did something where he just
I didn't know
was
this.
so awful to people. Like he was terrible.
Well, he's not a good
He
filmmaker.
seems like a fuck off kind of guy.
I mean, like
he was
his.
very-
he has never made a film.
Well, he's been involved in
Talking about
like,
writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tons of just mediocre kind of things.
There's like
It's
sequels and weird
sequels
stuff.
and it's just
He's basically
he
responsible
Very hit
for
or miss.
a
Sometimes
lot
it's
of
good,
things that we
sometimes it's
complain
bad.
about.
he pens them.
Yeah.
Like he comes up.
Not
with
all
the-
bad though, but just none of them were
Yeah.
like, whoa.
None of the- yeah, no, he's not.
No,
never
but he
done
was
that.
like, "Screw you, Star Trek fans." I don't know. I don't like stuff like that.
he said that?
Basically,
basically what did he
very
Well-
say?
much basic. Like he was talking about how they were
You better be
complaining
right.
about how they were complaining about Star Trek Into Darkness, and
And
he
he's-
goes, "Well, they're all children, and this is the highest rated Star Trek movie on Rotten Tomatoes, because that means everything."
And I'm directing, so sweet dreams, assholes. Well, there you go. That's all there is to say. He's directing. He's never directed a movie before, so we'll see. He could be great.
So
I don't
good
know.
idea. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
We have
whatever.
no idea
Star
at
Trek
this
is
point.
fun, I guess.
But you know what else is fun?
This is a great story.
That takes place in the stars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars 7.
A
Now, an actor recently was questioned about whether or not he had been invited to return. Now, I got my whole thing planned out, so don't say
Okay.
it.
All right.
He was asked if he was invited to return. The actor said, yes, they asked me to return, and he said no because it would be boring. And that actor is Dennis Lawson.
Now, Dennis Lawson is Wedge Antilles.
I
Red
gotta
Tube
tell you,
standing
I'm
by.
very upset that Jake knew that because Mike was supposed to
Why
say
did you
who is
think-
that, and I was supposed to say exactly. So there
Why did-
goes. That would have been a
well,
fun little
with-
Jake
thing.
ruined your whole
here's the
thing.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
in-
you
I'm
were
in the
about to
room.
say who is that, correct?
I'm in the room. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well-
Wait, didn't that guy explode?
No, he did not. But he was Luke's good friend. You know.
I heard he's loose.
Luke's loose.
Why are we even giving this guy the time of day? That was my joke. Was just exactly and move on.
Yeah, it would have
he's
been,
a goof.
It would have been
what
a
fool.
cameo, and he's like a snobby British actor.
What a
anyway, so
douchebag,
he's
yeah.
like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to. Not only I don't want to do it, but it would be boring.
Who gives a shit?
Boring.
Why don't we
Okay.
make
Boring.
something new?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Making millions is very boring to me. All right, fuck off then.
Yeah,
See ya.
whatever. Having a celebrated cameo, whatever.
The Disaster Artist is our next story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this I think was actually last week. We
This
should have
we
mentioned
missed
it,
it.
and I think
Yeah.
we knew it. We forgot.
I'm very
now,
excited about
is
this.
this confirmed?
Yeah. This is looks like it's confirmed.
You know what?
It's
It
like-
is confirmed because
yeah.
the fact that they're both making it. We've talked about the fact that Seth Rogen and James
Uh-huh.
Franco optioned the script to make. The Disaster Artist is a book
Yeah.
about the behind the scenes of the making of The Room. That whole
yeah.
deal.
Now, even though like
Everybody
I'm not,
knows The
like,
Room.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge. I wasn't like one of those. Whoa, The Room.
It's so
like,
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
But the book is so great.
I gotta read
it's
that book.
Such a great book.
Okay, so I gotta read it. I
And-
think it was. I guess it was obvious that he would probably.
James Franco is
James
playing
Franco would play
Tommy
Tommy
Wiseau,
Wiseau.
yeah.
And now it's pretty much just about there
He's like,
that he's playing him, and I'm sure he will.
and
so
it's like the first thing
there
I
you
thought
go.
of like was his character in
Spring Breakers.
Spring Breakers. Was like how crazy he got. He can lose himself,
But in a
into
totally
that.
different way.
Yeah,
In like
yeah,
in like
yeah.
a dead-eyed, deadpan way.
Uh-huh,
Because Tommy
yeah.
Wiseau's a lunatic, but
yeah,
dead.
just like give him like that black spaghetti hair and like yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh my god.
Now, what I'm curious to see is that is this movie going to be like a wide release, or is this going to be a small?
It'll be limited, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the hell this is. The Room
The
wasn't a
Room.
wide
Yeah.
release.
Well,
You-
no, I think everybody knows
Could you-
about the room.
That's so
though.
interesting.
Yeah.
The making of a movie gets a wider release than the movie itself. That would be so
Could've been.
interesting.
Like I think
Actually, it
a lot
probably
of
already
people,
will.
A lot of people know about The Room, but if I went to the mall and ran up to someone and was like,
Some
"Have you
like
ever seen
general
The Room
public,
with Tommy
yeah.
Wiseau?" They'd be like, "The who with what?"
Well, if you ran up to like you chose a demographic, like if you ran up to a teenager and you said it, like they
He
probably
might know, but
He
there's a
might.
lot of
I
dumb
don't know.
teenagers though. Like
You're
those-
thinking of the people you talk to would know, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You wouldn't run up to
Yeah.
like an old lady,
No.
and be like, "Hey, you ever hear of YouTube?"
And she'd be like, "Please
Slap her.
don't
Yeah.
do it again."
And then I take out my iPad and I put on Transformers 4
And she
trailer,
goes,
and show it in her face.
"No!"
She fucking
Shove
dies.
Transformers
She's
4
like,
into
dies.
"Please no,
no more dinosaurs.
But speaking of Spring Breakers, Spring Breakers 2 is happening.
Oh,
And guess who's not involved?
Everybody.
The
Yup.
main person, right?
Harmony Korine, of course, the director and the writer, right? And James Franco, who was the best part.
Yeah, and they're
really,
both
arguably.
Yeah, and they're both like, what?
Yeah, they both
Yeah,
said
like,
Harmony
what?
Korine Harmony Korine tweeted in broken English like "fuck this." Essentially, he's not too well spoken, is he? And then James Franco, James Franco wrote like a little paragraph about it, and just to paraphrase, he said, "Why?
It's
Why?"
like American,
and he was like warning people. He was like, "This is not a movie. This is not our movie. Don't see it. It's garbage."
It's
I don't
like
know what this is.
American Psycho 2 with Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Mila
Kunis.
Mila Kun.
My little Kunis.
My own Kunis. My little Kunis.
Gross.
Ew. Oh God, there's nothing wrong with that, but it just sounds very wrong.
Kunis.
Ugh.
That's a new curse word. We just made it up.
Kunis could be a curse
I'll
word.
punch
It
you
sounds
right
like
in
it.
your Kunis.
No,
No.
please
No,
deliver
no,
us from
no.
evil.
Good segue. Good one.
No, that was terrible. But we did have 2 trailers this week that I don't know if you guys watched them.
Which ones?
I didn't want to watch them because
Which
one,
ones?
Deliver Us from Evil. It's a new one. I've already seen the first trailer
Wait,
from the
which
guy
one
that
is
did Sinister. It's Scott
Yeah.
Derrickson. It was the one where Eric
right.
Bana is looking in the mirror and there's a guy with tattoos in the mirror all of
Yeah.
a sudden.
Oh boy.
But I don't want to watch another trailer.
No.
I've seen enough.
No, I did
didn't-
look at
yeah.
a bunch of new stills that they released, and they look pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems very weird.
It's
but I
very
don't want to watch another
hit or
trailer.
miss, yeah.
And then the other one was VHS Viral,
Awesome.
the new VHS
Cool.
movie. I don't want to watch this trailer. You know why? Because in the previous trailers for the VHS movies,
They show
so much.
Did you
And
see
with these
VHS
movies,
too?
so much of it, yeah. I thought less
good.
was good. Less was good than was bad.
Hmm.
I thought the first one more was good than was bad, and the second one I think less was good than was bad. And then I don't know about the third one because I'll
Wild
probably
card,
enjoy it more because I won't have seen anything in the trailer.
Yeah.
So there you go. But I just want to let everyone know that of course they are out there.
Now you know.
They are available.
Now they know.
But that is it for movie news.
Wow. What
We
a
do have
world.
some TV news. We actually got a lot of TV trailers this week.
Aye, aye.
Lauren was hitting us up with trailer after trailer
Yeah, it
after
was a hell of
trailer
a TV
in our
week.
little private group.
She
Yeah,
won't
pretty
stop.
much at
she's-
staff group.
She won't stop hitting us.
Yeah,
She's making it worth it.
she's
Worth
pumped.
the paychecks. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I just picked a couple, and if there's any others that you can think of, you throw them in. But the first one is
Okay.
Mulaney. Did you watch the trailer
John
for
Mulaney.
Mulaney's new show?
No,
John
but I'm
Mulaney, the
happy.
comedian.
But I'm happy it exists.
I'm happy it exists,
find a
but it
home.
doesn't look. It just looks like a standard. You didn't watch the trailer?
No, I didn't.
It looks so standard.
Oh.
Standard
Oh, no.
sitcom.
No, really.
But he's funny. Everyone else around him looks like he's thrown into a world where it's just a standard sitcom, which could be an interesting
That
show.
could be good.
Shit,
Mm.
no, but
there
that's
was
not
a,
what the show
There
is.
was a lot of buzz. There was so much buzz about this though for a while.
because he's
since
a
it's
damn
been shopped
genius.
around. Yeah.
I don't know. Of course, I'll give it a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
But I was a little disappointed by that. Next up, we've got Wayward Pines. Now we've
Don't
talked
know
about
anything
this.
about this.
This was
Oh,
the M Night
yeah.
Shyamalan TV show. Now he's the producer.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
all I
might have
know.
done like the first episode or something like that. I don't think he's directing the whole thing. I think it's like
Yeah.
David Fincher with like
looks-
House of Cards, where he
yeah.
did the first episode or two. Or
yeah.
whatever.
It looks a lot like Twin Peaks.
Well,
and,
yeah, I didn't
like-
watch Twin Peaks, so I just thought Twilight Zone. It
And
looks
I
like
guess-
it looks like the episode of Twilight Zone. I don't know. It looks like every episode of Twilight Zone.
Yes.
I can't even say one specifically.
Some
It
guy
just-
gets lost.
It has that vibe. It looks like.
Here's what I thought.
I like that though, so I'll give it a chance. It
Oh,
looks
but-
very
yeah.
cheap though.
What I think
Very
is that
set, like on a set. I don't know.
I'm gonna need to see like 2 or 3 episodes because this looks like the plot that can just crumble completely. Because it's guys like I'm in a crazy town
Yeah.
where there's a super secret going on,
And like once you find out,
once
it
you
might
find
be like,
out, it's
bleh.
like
Yeah,
Well, so
ugh.
you know what? It looks like Twin Peaks style meets Stephen King's story. That's what it looks like to me. Because
Twin Stevens.
Stephen Peaks,
Yes.
Even
Yeah.
Steve. Nope.
Even
I tried.
Steve.
which
Peaks.
all are
Yeah.
inspired by Twilight Zone, I'm sure. So I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's. I think fans of Twilight Zone, fans of
Oh yeah.
horror anthologies, it looks like it's gonna be spooky, creepy, crazy, whatever. I'm looking forward to it just because this is the type of thing that's up my alley, and I'll give it a shot. But you know what I noticed, and like I just said, it looks very cheap. I don't know if you
Yeah.
felt that way. It's all the lighting. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like so
Yeah.
lit. You know what I mean?
I hate
Which is
that
maybe
now.
that's the point.
Maybe.
You know, I don't know. Maybe that's its own style. It certainly it looked kind of like a very oversaturated noir.
I
In,
guess
in a
yeah.
weird way, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is weird, but hey, whatever. That's
I'll
an
give it a
interesting
shot.
style.
Why not?
Constantine. Did you guys watch a trailer
Yes,
for Constantine?
I did.
I didn't because I don't know what it is. I don't really care.
yeah.
But what did you? I figured you guys did. So
The first thing I thought from this is that the guys who made it like watched British shows and like have an idea,
like Sherlock or something.
Yeah, like they
Okay.
watch Doctor Who and Sherlock, and they go,
Ah.
"I have an idea of how British actors should be."
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
So they
trying to
made
be
their
like that.
own British show.
Are they British? The actors?
Well, no, like
Some of them.
Constantine is like
Yeah.
what? He's like British.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
But
Constantine
it
is
looked like
English.
he's like the caricature of like he's like the fan character of someone's fan fiction for a British
From,
TV
like, Doctor
show.
Who or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Like, oh, blimey, Blomix.
Oh,
he did
Jesus.
say bollocks, and it sounded so forced at one point.
Oh.
I would
Does
say
anybody really say that?
now a lot of people, you know,
Well, you have a big problem.
a lot
with
of people rag on the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie, but
Thought
at
it
least
That wasn't
because
Const-
it was pretty bad.
at
Was that
least the-
Constantine?
That was
ba-
Constantine.
both based
Oh.
on the same Hellblazer comic.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
now,
that was a different thing.
The problem was that got the tone right at least. This seems kind of the tone is not right for it.
It's
It's
goofy.
a little
Goofy?
It's a little
Okay.
goofy. It tries to be
I
a
got
little
that
creepy.
just from the image of the
Yeah.
guy. I got the goofiness. Just
but
from
the guy
image.
looks like him. He does not smoke though.
That's the problem I knew you were going to bring
Constantine
up.
from
Yes.
Hellblazer is known for
doesn't
just chain
smoke.
smoking.
Yeah,
Always
that's
has
his
a
big
cigarette
thing.
in his mouth.
I know that, and I don't know anything about
Yep.
this guy.
And I know it's TV. NBC is a weird place for this show.
Yeah,
Let's
Yeah.
it
just
looks
say
like
that.
they're really forcing. Like, did Constantine like have like a female sidekick in the comics? Because it
I
really looks
don't
like, oh,
remember.
she's a girl who's like thrown into the whole thing.
Yeah, there's always that.
It looks like one of those characters was like, instead of writing a character that's a female, they wrote a female character.
It's dark.
That's just
like the
like
comic
a girl
is
who
dark.
does
It has all this
things.
tragic stuff behind it that is weird for an NBC television show.
Yeah, like when they're talking about like demons and like angels.
What
and
you said about kind of being pushed a little bit towards more like a Doctor Who-y type thing, you're
Uh-huh.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because that's the vibe I got.
Congrats.
It's the tone.
Congrats,
Yeah.
pal. You were
It's
right.
the
this
tone.
time.
You're
Yes.
absolutely right. Here's a
Yes.
$25
Yeah.
Walmart gift card.
Whoa!
Thanks
Whoa.
for participating.
I
Whoa!
can
He just
buy
pulled
a
that right
game-
out of his
This
nose.
is
Flash.
this is my new game show. You guys didn't know this?
Oh, holy shit! How do I win?
You
You got to just be right.
You have
just
to
say
guess
things that I approve of by Jake.
All right.
And you win.
The Flash trailer is here, and it looks cool. Uh-oh.
Do you approve?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, you don't win.
Oh,
You
no.
don't win.
All right, we got the trailer. This is the last one we'll talk about for
All right,
TV.
all
I'm
right.
sure there was more, but The Flash. We got a little quick trailer,
A
and then we
quick
got an extended
trailer.
look.
Yeah.
Yep.
The quick trailer was just I just made for a trailer.
It was
Yeah.
cool though. I thought
Yeah,
that was
where
fun.
he chased the arrow down and
Yeah, I
he
was like,
sped up
"Whoa!"
and caught the arrow. I thought that was awesome. And then we got the extended trailer, which I watched half of because it was showing so much.
It was showing the whole.
Because that's like the first episode, so
Yeah.
it's like showing the
They
whole
showed
first
the
episode.
entire first episode.
Yeah, so I stopped watching halfway.
I don't know if there's enough for a TV show yet. I mean, like it's kind of like they know where they're going because in the beginning of the trailer they spoil the whole thing about his mom getting killed.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's going to be the beginning of the show.
And
then.
who kills his mom? That's like.
It's
That's,
very-
Well, careful. Don't say in case
Yeah,
anyone
right.
doesn't know.
It's very clear. It
Yeah.
looks like fun though. It just looks like fun.
but it's
They
like
did
I
make
mean,
it very obvious.
My name
Yeah,
is Barry.
yeah,
My
yes.
name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive.
there's just-
I love
there was
that.
The fastest what?
man alive.
Oh my
or
gosh,
fastest
there was just,
man in the
I
world.
didn't know
whatever
what you
he says
said.
it in the comic.
There's some really weird parts in the trailer, like at the end, where he's like, "Run, Barry, run!" He's running
I
into
didn't
a,
see that. Was that
he's
toward the end?
running
Yeah.
into a tornado. And
Well,
it's like,
how about the Augustin, the actor? I think he looks great.
He's fine.
He
yeah,
seems
he looks
great.
good. He seems entertaining.
And I will say, by the way, that of the DC people, Flash is my favorite. And I guess that's obvious because many would argue that Flash is the Spider-Man of DC.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. But when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
I liked to run a lot.
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah,
when
so
I saw
I'm the
him,
Flash.
I was always like, oh, I like that guy. I like Spider-Man a lot
runs,
more though.
yeah.
I don't know as much about Flash.
It looks like fun. Honestly,
so
like to me
being,
though, like,
that being said, I think he looks good.
as much as I'm skeptical about it, I don't know. Like I see that, and it excites me a little more than something like Agents of Shield. Maybe it's because it's like a direct thing. It's not a side thing.
Yeah, this is a
But
direct character
I'm
thing.
into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. And
For
I gotta
sure.
finish watching Arrow.
I know. Now I got to double back and watch 50 fucking
man,
episodes
I
of
can't-
Arrow.
I can't watch
Jesus
Arrow.
Christ. That's the
It-
2 seasons
people-
of Arrow is the entirety of Breaking
people-
fucking Bad.
People love Arrow so much. I'm not saying it's bad, but
It's
it
a
doesn't.
CW show, though.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's a CW show. It doesn't really grab me as like,
No.
oh, you
It
better
doesn't
watch.
inspire
Maybe
you.
I'm like, I
No.
don't know, but like I can't really watch those shows as much anymore. Like even 24, I went back and tried rewatching the old 24s.
Like,
I'm
here's
I
the-
can't do this anymore. Like it's just
At least, like, I hated, like, I wasn't a big fan of Agents of Shield, but at least in Agents of Shield, like, things were happening.
Oh, it got good by
in-
the end, by the way.
In Arrow, like, there was a lot of scenes where it just felt like this is just a guy and a girl having a conversation,
Isn't-
and that's it.
Aren't
Like,
conversations good though? Sometimes.
no.
Speaking of conversations, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Anything else to say
Oh,
about
let's
Flash
have-
or no?
No.
It's just we got the preview. That's
Looks
all.
like fun. I'm
definitely gonna watch it. No, I'm
yeah.
gonna watch it for sure.
And the biggest Flash fan I know, Ross, says that
Oh
it
yeah,
looks cool.
that's right. I didn't even
He
think
says
of
that
that.
it looks
There you go.
good.
Ross said he liked
So-
it.
My
Okay.
dad's
Yeah.
a big Flash fan. He'll be all over.
Well,
this.
nobody cares.
It's cool that your dad likes cool things.
Well, nobody cares.
He always says, like, when he tries to argue that Flash is the best superhero, because he argues that a lot.
Because he can vibrate through
Well,
things.
he's like, listen, the Flash can run so fast, he can go back in time to when Superman was a baby and just go to his little capsule and just beat the shit out of
yeah,
him,
it's true.
and then go back to the future.
That's
And-
fun. That's fun. Aren't dads the
Yes,
best?
aren't dads the best?
Dads-
Yeah.
Can he
Biological
really-
fathers
can he
are this
really-
shit.
Can he really run?
Yes, he can.
run back in
I didn't
Yes, he
finish
can
that.
run.
Didn't finish that thought. Anyway,
Let's
the
take a break. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Are we
Break
endorsed?
me off a piece of that. Hey, how
T-shirt.
you guys been? Oh, T-shirt. Yes, I'm glad you said that.
You have a white one. You have a black one. I have a gray one.
Yeah, and
Mix it
together
all
we make
together.
gray.
Dark gray.
Light gray. Yeah, dark gray. You're right.
Hey, whoa.
I'm not wearing it right now, but the Legalized Mutant shirt. X-Men is coming up very quickly, and if you don't have your Legalized Mutant shirt, what the fuck are you doing?
You call yourself a Pretty Much It
good
fan.
way to-
Give me your money and get a shirt. That's America,
a
asshole.
fair
I gotta buy a
trade.
new one because I bought mine back when we first started making them.
Now it's got
and
grease all over
It
it.
doesn't fit anymore because I got taller.
Oh, taller
Yeah,
is what he
tall,
says.
yeah.
Let's be honest. You got...
A little chub.
No, I was going to say that you shrunk all your clothes in the wash.
Oh, that too. Yeah, my mom sucks at washing. Does she watch the show?
Maybe you should take over.
Yeah.
How old are
I
you?
should. Hey, you know what? Hey,
Hey.
Aunt May does Peter's laundry.
He doesn't want her to.
Yeah.
He doesn't want her to because he's a
to.
grown boy, and he's 18,
You know what I
apparently.
noticed? She handed him a sandwich and said, "Eat your breakfast." And
Yeah,
it was
who the fuck
clearly a
eats-
sandwich.
I would have been like, Aunt May, are you losing it?
This is a ham sandwich. Aunt
No
May.
wonder
This
Uncle
isn't
Ben.
breakfast?
No wonder Uncle Ben killed himself. Wait a minute. Have you guys read Superior Spider-Man?
Not the new one.
No, the whole issue.
Oh, yeah,
Superior.
yeah.
I'm only like a third of the way through, but I was devastated
Did you
when.
get to his girlfriend?
Stop!
Oh,
No, but I was devastated when he started to forget people.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, he was like, I had an uncle, right? I can't do it.
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's not a spoiler. It's a small thing. But so yeah, Legalized Mutant shirt, beobscure.com. Get it
Or
don't really. I
Or
mean,
you
it's-
don't have to.
either
but
way, it doesn't
we
matter.
will not think of you as a cool person.
But if you do get one, send me a photo because I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
send me a photo.
We have a new commentary track. What?
Ghostbusters 2, my favorite
Dun, dun,
Ghostbusters.
dun, dun,
my favorite
dun.
of all the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, listen to Jake. Now you've got to watch that commentary track because you
yeah.
got to know why is it Jake's favorite and why do I think it's on the same level
because
for the most
of
part.
Vigo.
That's it. That's the
Who's
only
in it
explanation.
for 5
And, like,
minutes.
in the
That's my new
commentary,
show, because Vigo.
in the commentary, that's all you give. You say, "I love this movie because of Vigo."
And we couldn't shut him up. Yeah, we couldn't shut him
Every
up.
time he popped up, I was like, Vigo!
Hashtag because Vigo.
Like, I didn't
That's
even
my
know
new,
that was like a pop
Ghostbusters
culture
show.
thing.
Now, speaking of Ghostbusters, we did Ghostbusters last week and we couldn't post a preview of it, but hopefully the previews are up now for a couple that we actually had to have taken off of YouTube. YouTube is stupid and they gave us trouble. We are allowed to post these videos, these
Yeah,
samples.
stick it to
but
the man.
YouTube's got robots that don't know that,
Yeah.
and so it's a really shitty
hate
thing.
robots.
It's terrible.
Goddamn.
I hate robots too.
God damn.
Everyone knows I hate robots. Now I hate them even more. Robots are actually affecting my reality.
Yeah,
it's not
that's-
even just
that's
in
what it's like.
movies and
This is
stuff.
what it's like to live in
I'm
the future.
battling
Yeah.
robots.
This is what it's like.
So we posted a couple of previews of commentary tracks that either did or did not make their way onto YouTube,
Yeah,
the
so,
samples.
you know,
So check them out.
Peruse.
But Ghostbusters 2, they're up there. It's a wonderful time. And
It's a wonderful life.
I will say that the commentary track that we are doing, you guys know what it is, but keep quiet.
Today?
The commentary
Yeah, yeah.
track that we are going to be recording that will be
Yeah,
out
yeah,
next
yeah.
week, it will be mentioned. The title will be mentioned sometime during this episode. That's all I'll say. It may have already been, or it may be coming up. That's all I'm going to say.
Suck me dry.
No.
Really? That's pretty.
Pretty spooky, huh?
That's pretty. You're gonna be able to tell immediately.
Well, no. You don't know.
Okay. Well,
Maybe you'll know.
Wow.
But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I just
Best
like to
part
set
about-
this
Hey
up as a
guys, you
secret.
know that movie Scream?
No. Go ahead, Jake. I know what
was
you're about
gonna
to say.
The best part about this is that if you're a friend of ours on Patreon
Yep,
and
if you are a
contribute
supporter.
on Patreon, you get all these.
You're gonna
that
get
we're
it.
talking
You're gonna be in the
about.
cool club for kids
So
first.
if you already do, thank you so much.
Yeah,
like,
and
really,
you get the commentary tracks at no extra charge, but you'll
But
get
if
the
you
new
haven't,
one
yeah, check 'em
also
out.
early. You get them
Yeah,
a week
definitely.
early.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you'll get the new one on Monday. You get the drill.
Yeah.
And we really do appreciate it. We've had so many people joining us, and there's like comment after comment when we post the commentary tracks. Everyone just going apeshit for them. Like everybody
Yeah,
loves
that's
them.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
so much fun. So thank you. Yes, thank you very much. I think he said it already just fine, but thank
take
you.
our thanks.
Greatly
and give us
appreciated.
bucks.
Excuse you.
Starbucks.
Buku
Imagine.
bucks.
You know what? You know what we'll give? We'll give away a free shirt.
Okay.
Every week we give away a free shirt from beobscure.com. And of course, you could get the Legalized Mutant shirt
the
if you
Monday
will.
show.
On the Monday show, we announce the winner, but on the Friday show, you can enter to win. Click the links in the info to go to in the info on YouTube. Of course, if you're listening to the podcast, go to prettymuchit.com/giveawayfb and giveaway YT.
I gotta say, I
And there you
watched
go.
the Monday show solely, not solely
To find
but-
out if you win.
No, because of you. You're so entertaining on it.
Oh, thanks, pal.
I'm giving you a
Wow.
legitimate compliment.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
buddy.
but no,
But
you're
why
so
don't you give
fun.
him a pat on the back?
I'm
Don't
not.
touch me. I'm sweating.
No, this is a podcast. People can't hear the pat on the back.
And plus, there's no time for a pat on the back because we're done with our break. It's time
Yeah,
to talk
let's
about
go.
video
We gotta go.
games.
It's time to talk about video games, guys.
Vigo games.
Oh man. Okay. First, let's just start off with quick things. Little housekeeping. Rockstar is coming out with a new game.
Okay.
That's it. That's
Oh, okay. What is
That's
it?
like a big deal.
It's
They don't.
not,
We don't know. Yeah.
No
They're
instruments.
just
We don't know yet.
No, they're making a new game.
I want instruments games back.
the
They're
what
done with those, huh?
instruments games.
I want instruments
I'm talking
games.
about Rockstar Games. You fucking idiot.
Rockstar Games.
The people who make Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
Not
What did
rock.
you-
Like,
Oh,
not like
you-
think a rock band.
You meant Rockstar.
Oh, I've completely goofed my brain.
And I don't know, so I was like, did they make
I'm
them?
like, can you make an instrument game? Come on.
What? That's called harmonics, right?
Harmonics.
Yeah,
We're gonna.
Good.
You goofed me because I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about it.
At first, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, instruments. Wait, what?
Yeah, what
You,
instrument?
you guys don't remember that scene from Grand Theft Auto?
When he plays the flute,
He plays the flute.
shoves the flute up his butt, and then plays the flute.
All right, so Rockstar's making a new game. It could be either Agent, that's the secret agent game they've been working on for like 7 years, or it could be a
Jesus.
new. A lot of people are thinking maybe it'll be like a Red Dead Redemption 2 or
I
a
want
new
a new
Red
Red
Dead
Dead game.
game. Sold, regardless for me. I don't care. But
It's a whole new
cool.
game, though. It's a whole new.
It's a whole
oh,
new
we don't know if
game.
it's a new property
It's-
though.
It's 20. Yeah, we don't know,
Okay,
but it's
okay.
2015 and it's
Oh,
next
wow,
gen.
there you go.
So that's good.
Next year, next gen.
Yeah.
Next
Oh, yeah.
problem, please.
Now, the next thing we're going to talk
I
about.
don't know.
Next thing
So
we're
your
going to talk about,
catchphrase.
just look it up because you guys can't see or hear it, but Super Hot. It's a game.
Thank you.
It's a Kickstarter. It already reached its goal because it's so
Oh,
cool.
I know what this is.
This
What is
game,
it?
it's a first-person shooter.
I'm
okay?
with you so far.
It's like an abstract, kind of artsy first-person shooter.
Okay,
where,
I'm really with you.
Where anytime you move, time moves. But when you're not moving,
Time stands still.
time stands
Yeah,
still.
so it's like people are shooting at you.
and you
have
make
to-
your move essentially, dodging bullets,
It's like a
picking
little
up a
chess
gun.
game.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know who this game
It's
is
like
made.
chess,
you
yeah,
know who
chess
this
is
game
perfect.
is made for, right?
For you, kind of. You would
Holy
like
shit,
it.
that
Yeah.
sounds phenomenal.
I like to bring.
I like games that are just like beep boop boop boop
Yeah.
beep, boop,
Yeah.
like just puzzles and
I
weird
just want my
abstract
video
shit.
games to have one button on the left and one button on the right,
Yeah.
and you press them alternately.
By the way, I
Yeah.
still haven't beat 2048.
It's hard.
What's
I
funny-
know
That's not
but
a
your
real
fucking
game, though.
girlfriend did, and I hate her.
That's the game with the
The
tiles
numbers.
and the numbers.
Your girlfriend beat it, man.
Yeah.
She posted on Twitter a
Yeah,
picture,
she's
and I
the
was like,
worst.
"You."
My mom did too. What is
No!
it?
It's a women game.
What's your high score?
Like 4,000.
I got 11 something.
Wow,
today. I got
alright.
11,000
I'm
something.
bad. I'm so
I never
bad.
played it. I'm a
I'm just
hipster.
bad at video games.
I just play it constantly. Anyway, go
But
on.
Super
I just
Hot-
beat Dark Souls 2.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's an
pretty
achievement,
good.
dude.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Even I know that's
pretty
an
good.
achievement.
That's pretty good.
Now, how many friends do
Go
you
to
have?
bed. 0. And
Okay.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I beat the spider.
What about the
Queen.
moon?
The
Well,
moon?
we'll talk.
The moon is not just worthless to me.
Okay.
You can't live on the moon.
The moon is worthless to me, Mike
Oh, no.
Peterson.
Unless there's a bass on that moon, nothing.
No.
Oh,
Unless there's
I
like
thought you meant unless there's bass, like there's music.
bass got
unless there's like there's not a kicking sound system. Welcome to the moon.
Imagine.
Oh God.
Anyway, guys,
That's
look
a
up
Virgin Space
Look
planning.
up Super Hot Game. It's cool. I'm into it. I
Yeah.
like to bring games here to you guys and to everybody who listens and watches. Fun, weird
Thank
kind of
you.
games. You
Oh,
know, like
please
indie
keep
games.
going. Yes,
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah.
Now it's already. No, let me ask you a question. It's reached its goal, but is it over the Kickstarter? Or
No,
can I
not
still
yet.
pre-order it
yeah,
through
there's-
Kickstarter?
There's stretch goals now. They're
I'll-
like, we're gonna hire a new developer and make it look even better.
How much is it to pre-order? $10?
It's,
It can't be. It's not a long game.
Yeah,
that's
it's
for
not
sure.
much, but you can get like the digital
well, you're fighting like
soundtrack and
Polygon
stuff.
people too.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
back them. Right away.
Now the next thing is was announced today, Far Cry 4.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's something I'm very excited about.
Far Cry 4,
Store.
Well, you
starring
can probably get it from the Far Cry store.
starring an androgynous man and his Mexican slave.
Yeah, and now what is Far
Yeah.
Cry again?
Far Cry is the first-person jungle game where you're like a wacky guy.
There's
and
not
go-
really
You
like a-
loved? The
Far
third
Cry
one was
3
your,
was a
was
good
your
Far
number
Cry 3
one,
was
wasn't
my
it?
game of the year. Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
1 year ago? 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's
yeah.
right. I
Blood
remember
Dragon
that.
was great.
Blood Dragon was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
This new one takes
Oh,
place in the
Blood
Himalayas.
Dragon was the
Yeah.
DLC.
That was
Yeah.
like the cool.
I watched that. Yes,
Yeah.
that was like the '90s thing. Wasn't it?
Yep.
Ah, that's so cool. I do know this. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I know this.
So I'm really excited about this. I think this could be really cool.
It looks. I mean,
It's probably going to be very similar.
it looks very similar.
It's going to be.
Are
Like
all
the
the other
same
ones
thing
similar? Like
except-
1, 2, and 3?
yeah,
Yeah,
but you know what?
kinda.
Didn't the first Far Cry games have monsters in them?
Yeah, it was stupid.
Far Cry 3 was just
Fuck
like
monsters.
a normal
Wait a
like
minute.
kill
so
the bad
the
guy.
series
yeah.
is based on that they have monsters. You think that's stupid?
Yeah.
That's the
once, yeah.
series.
Yeah,
but
no,
then
no.
But I'm
like-
saying like that's how it
In
started.
the third one, it's just kill the terrorist pirate bad
well, good.
guys.
Those are the real
Yeah.
monsters.
Those
Yeah,
are the real
it
monsters.
goes from
Yeah.
Pirates.
It goes,
DLC.
it goes
Yeah.
from it goes from the first one. It's just like action hero with monsters on an island.
Sure.
The second one,
Obviously.
the big thing is like malaria and AIDS. You have to deal
A
with.
monster
Yeah,
in
you
its
have
own
to
right.
fight-
in
yeah.
Africa, and then in the third one, it's
It's deliver the
present-
medicine to the children.
present day Caribbean terrorists.
So you're fighting evil no matter what.
Yeah.
And now in this one, you're in the Himalayas. And
Fighting Yetis.
Fighting like probably like mountain jungle.
And
roller
yetis.
coasters.
You're a pink man.
Well, that's the. I'm sure it's the villain featured on that crazy weird box art.
Yeah.
Misleading box. Far Cry 3 had misleading box art too, where it just
Not
had
really.
the wacky.
Had the
bit.
bad guy.
Yeah,
on
had
it.
the bad guy on it.
With like a
Again.
head or something.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah,
This one
something
has a
like
bad guy on it too, and it's really weird. It looks kind
looks
of
like-
Saints Row.
Yeah.
Oh, they released it already.
He's
The
got
image.
like a.
Yeah.
When is the game coming out?
It's November 18th. They just
This
came
year?
Out. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just
Oh,
were like,
that's a quick
it's a
turnaround.
game and it's coming out.
That's why I was surprised there was even box art. Jesus,
Yeah,
that's
they
cool.
spooked you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna get to see it at E3.
Oh yeah. Why didn't you mention
Jay.
that during the break? When is that? June.
June.
I'm gonna just miss you, aren't I?
Yeah.
You're going like a week before me.
Yeah.
to
I
California.
to E3.
Oh, wait, where is that?
You to VidCon.
Vegas.
No, California.
It's in California?
Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, I really am gonna just miss you then.
Damn.
Damn, maybe I can give you a
Damn.
high five on your way out.
Damn.
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 Well, anyway, so Far Cry 3, that's cool. I don't know. Like you got.
Far Cry 4.
What did I say? Far Cry 3.
Yeah, call it
Yeah.
4 Cry.
Far Cry 4, guys.
4 Cry skin.
Let us know if you're into it. But the big thing
Uh-oh.
that everybody's talking about this week.
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Oh.
Microsoft has announced that they will in June be selling a Xbox One unit that doesn't come with the Kinect, and it's $100
So yeah,
cheaper.
that's a funny thing that drives me crazy, but I also love about the English language too. You want to say an Xbox, but it's a Xbox.
a Xbox One. Nope.
Anyway, go on.
Nope. Because it's like a.
You said Xbox, but it is
Xbox.
technically X.
Mm.
Forget it.
And
Go on.
Xbox One.
Well,
this is like the-
pretty much vocabulary.
I think this is the dumbest thing ever.
I think it is and it
It's-
isn't. It's
Well,
both.
I would.
I
buy,
think,
if
like,
I was going to buy one, I would buy that.
Well, the only reason why you would get an Xbox is like for the stuff with the Kinect.
That's,
don't give a shit
that's
about
the
the
thing that
Kinect.
has.
Then
the
why
leg
would you get
up.
an Xbox and not a PS4?
oh, actually, I would get a PS4. That's true.
Yeah.
Because they're the same price at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they're.
That's why they're doing it.
You're
to
right.
compete
Okay.
directly with the PlayStation.
Yeah, like, but
4.
like.
You're right. I
the
would get a
X-
PS4.
Yeah, like the reason why people are paying for like, an extra $100 is because you can sit down in your living room and you could like be eating a bag of like fucking Doritos
and
and
be like Xbox, play Netflix.
Yeah.
No, but then
And Netflix,
Xbox,
yeah.
find me a
That was-
job.
that
Yeah,
was a-
Netflix is like, go outside.
Xbox, please
Yeah.
help me.
Xbox, give me the mail.
Talk me off the ledge.
Don't do it.
This
I don't know
is-
why it's like a robot.
Yeah, Xbox is a robot. I am
Oh,
Xbox.
God.
Just loads up like a movie. That's like it makes it feel better.
That's
Oh,
the thing, though.
God.
The problem with this, though, is that it was as much as like I wasn't into the Kinect. There's not really any Kinect games. It was the one at least different thing.
There's
it
no
had.
Kinect.
Yeah.
It was the one different thing it had, and they gave up on it 6 months in.
So you're not happy about it?
Uh,
Well, it doesn't
no,
really
not
matter.
really.
I guess you're not going to buy it.
It's funny though, because Xbox
You have the
marketing,
Xbox already? No.
No, I don't.
You have the PlayStation
But,
4. Okay.
I've been in the room with one enough times to.
I
to know
spoke.
that
I
Kinect
spoke
is
to
fine.
one.
Yeah, Kinect is fine.
I
It's
sat
just-
down with
yeah.
one for lunch.
It's just part of the navigation. It's part of the experience.
I can make Xbox
Whether you
jokes.
like it
I
or
have plenty of
not.
Xbox friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But-
I guess that makes sense. You're right. Now that I think about it, yeah.
So
What would
it's
be the
like
point?
well, it's good for some people because obviously, more people are gonna buy it now.
But why? Why don't they just get a PS4? Like, I guess like the only thing now is that like you want to get the Xbox games like Halo and Titanfall, and
And
that's the only difference
Sunset
now.
Overdrive. Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. Though that's how it
But
used to be.
yeah, it used to. Well, no, it used to be like you get the Xbox, you get the Kinect, you get the voice recognition
Yeah.
thing.
Now it's just you get the Xbox or the PlayStation. They
Yeah.
both have games, and
The
At least-
PlayStation seems like it has more at that price point then, because it's
Yeah.
all the PlayStation at what is it, $400?
Yeah.
That's just top
PlayStation at $400 is 100%.
Uh-huh.
Xbox One at $400 is like 80%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not feature complete.
Right, exactly. That's so the value I think goes to the to the
Because
PS4.
This damn Xbox was totally made with the navigation
Right.
menus. Was
I've heard
made
that it's
with the
difficult to
Kinect in mind.
navigate without.
Yeah.
Not difficult,
It's
but
not but it helps.
you can tell
and
it's
cool.
missing. Yeah.
So-
I don't know. That's interesting. You turned me around completely.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's like it's good for some people and it's bad for some people. So
It's
everyone
bad.
has.
I don't know if it's bad for anyone.
No, but I mean no.
No!
It's bad because
What do I do?
Someone
now?
getting hurt.
well, it's bad because they set it up to be this thing and they set it up as a standard pack-in thing so that people would make games for it. And now all of a sudden, nope. So I actually
Yeah.
know people that are like working on games for it, and now they're like, well, now.
Oh, I
nobody's
see. It
gonna
could be
have
bad for
one.
developers.
Bad for
Yeah.
developers, but it also just sucks because like
They were-
people are missing out on a unique new kind of experience.
Yeah.
for games. Even though it's a little bit of a gimmick, and you know what, fuck motion controls, we don't need it anyway. I'm glad to see it gone. If it dies off completely, fine.
I just like
Jesus.
Xbox. Like Xbox came out of the bat saying they came out of the bat.
Out of the
Yeah.
Batmobile, they popped right
out
out.
of the mobile. They were
right
saying,
next to the little
yeah,
thing that looks like the Joker.
I saw that too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guys.
It's a tire.
They were saying how like they were going to be so different, and like none of what they said they're doing.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's like 0%.
All the
Microsoft is
stuff.
really doubling back on everything.
Yeah, it's like the DRM, all that. Like
All that
Yeah,
none of that's
you know what?
happening.
Which some of it for the better, but at least it was different.
I
It was
say
something
this
different.
round still goes to PS4 for what I said,
Yeah.
and also because PS4 hasn't been doubling back on shit like
it's
like
not
Microsoft
in my
has.
interest to pick a side.
You don't
So-
really. I mean, okay. So the only reason I'm quote unquote picking a side is for $400. Which would I get? Because I don't have one. The PS4,
PS4.
is the one I
Okay.
would get
Yeah,
personally.
As a consumer, smart
Yeah.
consumer choice.
Thanks, pal.
Well,
So I guess that means you just picked a side.
no.
If the other would be the dumb consumer choice.
No. Let's move on to the
No.
poll.
Last week's poll question was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. There were a lot of plots, right? We can agree on that. Which
Except
of,
one for the movie.
Uh-oh. Which of the subplots or all of the plots that were in this movie would you have cut out? In third place, we have Sinister Six as a plot. They think it should have been a setup as an Easter egg, and I agree. I agree with that.
Definitely.
It was a plot. It was it was like a plot line in the movie.
For some
which should have been in
reason,
the
yeah.
next one or
I'm okay
in
with
Sinister
it.
Six.
I'm okay with it, I guess. Like if that's what they really
I
want to
guess.
do, like I don't want.
Eh.
Okay, fine.
But-
Whatever.
And now I think you're gonna agree with this one. In second place, we have the planes crashing.
I do believe
Yeah,
you said last
that
week.
was the dumbest goddamn thing ever. It's like,
Like,
who
I get the
cares?
point.
Like,
I get the point. The point was that they had no electricity and it was affecting people and
but
and so
whatever.
they needed
But
the
they-
electricity. But you know what I liked
Yeah.
better? Why didn't they focus on then Aunt May? Because they set up Aunt May earlier in the movie. It was
Yeah.
actually good writing.
She didn't
they
do
set her up
anything.
as saying she was taking 2 shifts at the hospital.
Yeah,
I
she
saw it
didn't do
twice, so
shit.
maybe I remember more
Uh-huh.
specifically. But
I did
then
too.
she's in the hospital. You saw it twice as well.
Yeah.
and the power goes out.
And the power goes out, and
she-
people are dying.
and
Or
she
people
doesn't
could
do
die.
anything.
Well, but it's like because they're splitting between her and the planes, so it's like there's not
Who
enough.
cares about
they
the
should have
planes?
stuck with
Yeah.
that. That's more emotional.
Yeah.
They should have had somebody in the hospital. They should have had her at the hospital earlier on. Maybe
like the
to
scene,
save
like the
people.
scene
Peter
where,
comes
like,
to pick her up or
where they
something.
get
I don't
the
know.
where they get the power back on and the planes just miss each
That's
other.
so stupid.
That should have been it. Like that's all we need to see. Like, oh, the planes missed.
Yeah.
You
I don't
did
know.
it. Hooray!
It was
You
ridiculous.
said in the Talks Too Much podcast that could have cut out like 5 minutes in movies.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a long
Yeah.
movie. It's way too long.
Yeah. Now
But
the big thing.
now here's this
number
is silly.
one.
I mean, it's not silly, but it's
No,
just obvious,
this
I
is the
guess.
one I
We got our
agree with
buddy
most.
Eric Lafferty. He said the Sony subplot.
Yes, all the Peter's parents stuff, all that
Yeah,
crap.
I guess
Oh,
all the
yeah,
stuff that they
yeah.
just kind of wanted to put in there.
It could have been a much
Or
better
just
movie for
stuff
that.
to trick you to seeing it, like
Yeah.
Norman Osborn saying, "We're gonna get you,
Yep.
Peter Parker." That wasn't in
all
the
the
movie.
stuff with Richard and Mary Parker, like while it was better in this one than it was in the first one, still don't really
Still
need it.
meaningless. It
Still
was
could
all
have made
meaningless.
still could have been a better movie without it because they would have had more room to explore things they wanted to explore that made sense with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
I'm there to see Spider-Man. I'm not there to see like
No
his
one
parents.
cares
I
about
don't,
his parents. Like that whole opening. It was just
even
I mean,
he barely cares about him halfway through this movie, right?
nothing, like that was like you could have cut all that out.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, that was the problem. He was like a Peter Parker who cared about, like in the beginning when he's graduating. She's like, I wish your Uncle Ben was here. And he was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and my folks. And she's like,
too.
yeah, sure,
And she's
fucking
like, yeah,
whatever.
Okay, Peter Parker would
Yeah, you know
never
what?
say that.
My Peter Parker
Even Sally Fields
doesn't
was like,
give
Peter
a fuck
Parker
about
would
his
never say
parents.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
He never lived with them.
Aunt May is his parents,
Who
which he
gives a
does come
fuck?
to realize by
Yeah.
the end of the movie. But why did he need to come to the realization? She took care of him his whole life. I'm sorry. I'm really
Yeah, now we're
passionate
getting
today.
into like adoptive
I'm really
parents and stuff
passionate
like
and
that.
angry today. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
aren't biological dads the best?
Yeah.
I said that
All right.
earlier.
This week's poll.
Yeah, this week's poll question is as far as Zac Efron goes, because we don't know who he's playing, if he's playing anyone.
Doctor
But
Strange.
if he's playing, yeah, that's actually something else
Could
people
be,
were
yeah, I
suggesting.
don't
He's
know.
way too young for that, though. I think that actually would be a perfect Johnny Depp role, ironically. But anyway,
Fucking Johnny.
anyway, Zac Efron, who would you like to see him play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? If not Daredevil, you can vote for Daredevil if you want.
He
but,
definitely-
we already talked about
Yeah,
that. So
he definitely sounds like he's gonna be in the TV universe, which is in the universe.
interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Meaning the Netflix universe, of course.
Yeah, the Netflix universe.
So let us know on Facebook.com/PrettyMuchIt. Vote in the poll and let us know what you think about this. Who you think he could play? I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities.
Will he sing? Is there a singing superhero?
God, I hope so. We're all in Marvel together. That wasn't funny. I shouldn't have done it.
No.
That's it.
Now it's time for some hashtag Ask PMI.
Is that the music? That's good.
It started out as I almost ripped off the Hey Arnold theme, and then I moved away
It was
from
like,
it. I was like,
We're just smooth jazz.
smooth jazz, freeform jazz. Just did
I recognize
I
all
did the
these
chin
Twitter
thing
handles.
like Patrick Starr. So first things first, at Peter McIndoe 3,
Hey.
because he's the third. Who is your favorite YouTuber that you don't know personally?
Hmm.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you might as well.
The one that I first thought of, and I mean there's a couple, but the one that I first thought of is Julian Smith. That's Eat Randy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One
yeah,
of the
yeah.
Eat Randy is one of my absolute favorite
Yeah.
videos of all time. It's just incredible, and he makes some quality stuff, man. So I would say he's one of them, but
I
there are
wonder
a
what
couple.
he'd be like. Yeah.
There's a couple. There's a lot that I've met though that I feel like it doesn't count if you've met them.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Even if I'm not friends with them, I've met them. So he's a big one for sure.
You got one, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I met him, but I would say like Philip DeFranco.
I would have said that too probably, but we did meet him.
Also, The Amazing Atheist. I'm really a big fan of him.
I think he's kind of a douchebag.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know. Like I just, it's not even really like I don't agree with him a lot.
Did you see the leaked porn pics?
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. Okay, we're over that.
I'm not.
I don't know anything. I don't know this guy, and I don't know anything about it.
Like, while I don't usually
You put a banana up his ass. Or
I don't
something.
agree with
for
him a
him.
lot, but he just entertains me. Like I can just watch what he talks about, and
Sounds
it's
like he
weird.
entertains foodies as well.
It's weird. I don't have any like video game people I really want to meet on YouTube.
I don't know.
Meet. Who do you like?
Who do I?
It's not who do you want to meet?
Favorite YouTuber I don't know. Okay, yeah, wait.
You did
Yeah,
it
that
all
is
wrong.
totally answered the
You're like,
question
ah,
wrong.
shit, wait, I did it
Wait,
all wrong.
Favorite YouTuber I don't know. Yeah,
In
wow.
person.
Come back to me.
All right,
Yeah.
Mike.
I guess there's a bunch of animators out there, but does Red Letter Media count?
Sure,
They're on
yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
They're not.
They started
they're
out on
YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube,
they're on
yeah.
YouTube. You know what's interesting?
those
They're on
guys,
Blip
yeah.
TV though, right?
Yeah, that's.
But
like,
you know, Maker bought Blip TV. Do you know that?
no,
They
I
bought
didn't.
it, and it's going to be
Oh.
Maker.tv. So that's it. They're coming back to YouTube, I
Interesting.
guess, sort of. I don't know. It's interesting. It seems like those guys kind of tried to get away from YouTube.
Yeah.
And now they're back. Jake's got something.
got it?
I don't know. Like I'm on YouTube every day and I can't think of anything.
Next,
Yeah, I'm next.
at
Wow, Jake.
Film Fan WA, who of course is our buddy Brandon Hart.
Hey, Brandon.
He said, "What's your favorite horror movie?
Mine?
Do you have a favorite?"
I do. Yeah.
I got a couple of favorites, but we'll go ahead.
One of my favorites is the Blair Witch Project. One of them is I like the crappy stuff. Like I like Friday the 13th and like.
I gotta say, one of mine is Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. Really?
Gotta go with Blair Witch Project on that one, pal.
What about you, Mike?
Which is on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Did you know that?
Really? That's good that it's on Netflix.
Why am I sweating?
I don't know. This is kind of a weird question because I don't know if we're talking like straight horror or like psychological horror.
Dude, anything. I mean,
Jacob's Ladder. I really like
okay,
that. Yeah.
that works.
I really, really like Tim Robbins.
Well, yeah, if we're going by like Blockbuster's version of horror, Saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think of Saw as horror really,
no,
but okay.
no. But I do
yeah.
think Blair Witch Project, in terms of most effective, me
Holy
actually
shit,
being
yeah,
scared.
psychological. My God, yes.
While I get,
I got a bunch, but that's my
Yeah.
big one that I always
I got a
think of.
bunch.
I got a bunch. I got a bunch.
It's our new movie. I got a bunch. Rated R.
And our last question on hashtag AskPMI on this fine day is from at 50 Shades of Hendo. I don't know what that means. Is this question good enough? No. And that is it for a hashtag AskPMI. You thought it was good enough?
Yeah, it was all right. Nah. I mean, at least it was asked in proper
Well,
English.
guess what? Mike says no. I say no.
I
You say
s-
yes. Doesn't matter. Overruled.
Sounds like a normal
yeah.
day pretty much at Hot Dog Studios. here in
Absolutely.
New York
Hot
City.
Dog Studios. Speaking of Hot Dog Studios, it smells like hot dogs in here. Why is that?
I had a hot dog. I'm sorry.
Oh,
If
you're
I-
burping
like,
up hot
I burp
dogs?
Hot dog up. Ooh, sorry.
That's it for this week's episode
This
of
was a
Pretty
swell
Much
episode.
It. This
Thank
was a
you guys
fun
for
episode.
listening,
Like I said, I
watching.
love you guys, but I do love movie news more. Sorry.
Oh.
But it's okay, 'cause we did it.
Oh.
I like the limp wrist.
Oh.
Limp wristed.
Oh.
Brisket. Brisket. Limp biscuit.
Limp risks, shakes ships. Sink ships? How do you say it?
Limp wrist.
Shake ships.
Sink ships.
No. Limp wrist.
Risk.
Shake.
I did just say
Chips.
Yeah, shake.
that. I apologize.
And
Guys, we should probably end this.
that's
And
pretty much it.